The new DWH-5600 MIP squares are expensive fitness watches that severely underwhelmed many but opened the door for an overwhelming amount of possibilities. And here are some of the designs that you will see in G-Shock's future. Well, Jason, what makes you so sure about these designs? Well, look, if you had to ask, then you're banned from the show for about 400 seconds. And if there's something that you need to know about this horological pirate, is that I have the ability to will things into existence, and I want these to actually happen. The key feature that we'll focus on is that modular bezel that came with the MIP squares. We saw the early schematics of these a few months ago, and it definitely seems that it's a part that can be replaced. The current models may have these metal bezels fixed onto the resin outer case, but that's certainly not going to prevent us from exploring what's possible. I took the promotional image that has the nearest orientation to the other models that I wanted to work on. I duplicated this 2 different times and masked them into 3 different parts that we can redesign. And now we're ready. The first obvious possibility is the colorful variants that the brand is known for. A cool pink bezel and strap configuration will attract a lot of fans. Or maybe the annual summer white collections that I'm a big fan of. Another thing we know that G-Shock loves to make are the clear resin models. Nothing screams G-Shock as a clear resin band on year 1 and yellow gunk at year 5. Of course, there are other more striking colors such as the G-Squad green that really pushes the fitness vibes for this iconic square. A modular display recolor would also be welcome. Hardcore G-Shock fans always look for a bit more creativeness in G-Shock and not merely a bezel and band swap. This Supreme MIP square looks really enticing with its signature red and white colorway. This would command top dollar for sure. Going for a little bit more premium, we can swap these with a more textured and supple band. But that metal bezel opens a number of amazing options. G-Shock's highest end line, the MRG collection, boasts a ton of artisanal models such as this hammer-toned MRG G1000 HG. While no one and his grandmother will imagine G-Shock putting this expensive handcrafted bezel on a regular square, it's definitely possible to have something textured and iron-plated with this new construction. We've seen this in the GM2100 MG model where G-Shock pressed moon craters on the bezel, making for one unique gold watch. If that's too much for you, a textured band and bezel would look great under a metal bezel. Something like this Maharishi would look very rugged yet capable with its advanced module. Knowing G-Shock and its technological innovation, they won't settle with just the 5600. I'm sure this will also come to the 2100 line. Applying this bezel swapping feature on the 2100 models will greatly increase its visual appeal. Pair this up with G-Shock's dual molding resin process and we've got an amazing upscale looking casioak that's surprisingly better looking than a GM2100. This brand is really good at spreading its innovation over its collections. This year we saw the Frogman get its updated treatment, and if history will repeat itself, the MIP display can also land on this iconic diver. With legibility being its strong suit, the MIP display on a digital Frogman would make a lot of sense. While many purists would contend that the Frogman should only be produced in an LCD display, an MIP variant would really bring this collection into the future. The DWH-5600 is just another example of G-Shock trying to innovate while preserving its traditional design philosophies. These may look like missteps to some because of that lack of tough solar function and the addition of unnecessary fitness tracking features, but to G-Shock, however, these are very calculated and methodical field tests to the point that we could actually predict what's to come next. And by the looks of it, we've got quite a colorful future ahead of G-Shock. So what do you think about these designs? Do any of these have any chance of making it into production, or am I just being too presumptuous? Comment down below and maybe you have a better design than what I did. Suggest that in the comment section and we'll figure out if we can actually make them into at least visual reality, or are they equally trash as mine. Well, that was like a bad note to end this video. However, I do want to appreciate everyone who stuck around the channel. I've been behind the content creation in the past weeks because of the many changes that's happening. But hopefully I'll be able to announce some of those changes soon. And also the next show has been massively delayed because it takes a lot of work to edit that very special interview, so watch out for that. And of course, watch out for more Zelos content. I am also behind that, but not because of my fault, because the customs didn't release them. But hopefully I'll get them in the coming week and be able to review your favorite Zelos and Microbrands. But never forget, we're a G-Shock channel right now, and we're going to be reporting more G-Shock content in the coming videos.